Welcome back to B&B for Phone. Today is an absolutely beautiful day to dive into the messy, chaotic, and emotionally explosive world of daytime television. Grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's head straight into the heart of Los Angeles, because the drama we are unpacking today is guaranteed to break your heart into a million pieces. We need to talk about the devastating spoilers we just received regarding Carter and Daphne. Based on the latest updates, it looks like this beloved couple is about to receive some catastrophic medical news that will fundamentally alter the course of their marriage. It appears that severe infertility issues are going to rear their ugly head, forcing Daphne and Carter to face the agonizing reality that they simply cannot conceive a child naturally. We all know how deeply they have been longing to start a family and build a legacy together. But this shocking realization isn't just a bump in the road. It is a massive, life-altering roadblock that is going to severely affect their marriage and their future as a couple. Let's find out exactly how this heartbreaking storyline unfolds and what it means for everyone involved. Imagine the absolute devastation of the scene we are about to witness. Picture Carter and Daphne sitting in that sterile, brightly lit doctor's office. You know the exact kind of room I am talking about. The walls are painted a calming yet somehow incredibly anxiety-inducing shade of pale blue, and the ticking of the clock sounds like a sledgehammer in the dead silence. Carter is holding Daphne's hand, his thumb gently rubbing her knuckles in that sweet, supportive way he always does. He is trying so hard to be the rock, the solid foundation that he has always been for everyone. But inside, Carter is absolutely terrified. When the doctor finally walks in, holding that manila folder, the air in the room just evaporates. The doctor gives them that sympathetic, tight-lipped smile, and before a single medical term is even spoken, they know. They just know. That's crazy. To build up so much hope, to track every cycle, to pray for a miracle, only to be hit with the crushing reality that natural conception is impossible. It is a devastating blow. Let's take a deep dive into Carter Walton's psychological profile right now, because I am not going to sugarcoat this. I have a massive personal bias when it comes to Carter. I love this man. He is loyal, he is gorgeous, he is incredibly successful, and yet the writers constantly treat him like an emotional punching bag. Think about his tragic romantic history for a second. He has been betrayed, he has been left shattered, and he has been used as a pawn in endless family rivalries. All Carter has ever wanted, his core psychological drive, is to have a stable, loving family of his own. He doesn't crave the corporate backstabbing. He just wants to go home to a wife who loves him and children who look up to him. So, to hit him with this infertility diagnosis right when he finally found a solid partnership with Daphne, it is almost too cruel to watch. The psychological damage this is going to inflict on him will be severe. We are going to see the composed, professional COO completely crack under the weight of his shattered dreams. And you won't believe what happens next when we look at Daphne's side of the equation. Let's be honest, we really need to talk about the immense burden she is carrying right now. Daphne is an incredibly strong woman, but everyone has a breaking point. Recently, she has been the ultimate whistleblower, teaming up with Dylan to expose Ivy's toxic, manipulative letter scheme at the office. She has been on the front lines of the moral high ground, fighting for what is right. But here is the tragic psychological twist. When you are fighting so hard for justice in your professional life and your personal life is failing you, the human brain starts to internalize that failure. Daphne is going to start blaming herself. She will look in the mirror and wonder if the immense stress of the Ivy situation is what caused her body to fail. She will wonder if she is somehow broken. That is the true horror of infertility. It doesn't just rob you of a child, it robs you of your self-worth and your identity. But here's the surprise. While Carter and Daphne's entire world is completely falling apart in that clinic, The rest of Forrester Creations is operating like a literal circus. The contrast is actually sickening. Carter is the chief operating officer. He is the glue holding that fashion empire together. And what are his bosses doing while he is facing the biggest personal tragedy of his life? Brooke Logan is literally parading around, making seductive, manipulative offers to Ridge to steal the co-CEO position right out from under Steffy's nose. Can you believe it? Brooke is using her romantic leverage to orchestrate a massive corporate coup just to protect Hope's fashion line. Meanwhile, Steffy is completely oblivious, entirely consumed by the fact that Elektra is threatening to quit if Ivy isn't fired. Carter is going to have to walk out of that heartbreaking doctor's appointment, wipe away his tears, put on a designer suit, and go break up a boardroom brawl. I absolutely hate it. Carter deserves so much better than to be the glorified babysitter for these entitled families. This brings us to the immediate fallout within their marriage, and I am genuinely terrified for them. The core of this spoiler is that this bad news is going to severely affect their relationship. This is the ultimate make or break moment. We have seen so many couples on this show crumble under the weight of far less. When the romance fades and the harsh reality of medical trauma sets in, who are they to each other? Daphne's insecurities are going to skyrocket. She might push Carter away, telling him he should go find a woman who can give him biological children. That is a classic soap trope, but it is highly likely. And Carter? His fatal flaw is that he tries to fix everything. He is going to try to fix Daphne's grief with logic, with doctors, with expensive alternative treatments, and he might completely miss the fact that she just needs him to sit with her in the sadness. This massive disconnect in how they process grief could create an unbridgeable chasm between them. We are talking about explosive arguments and tearful nights sleeping in separate bedrooms. Let's shift gears and talk about the fan theories, because the B&B for Phone community has been buzzing with predictions. If natural conception is impossible, the obvious next step to maintain the suspense is surrogacy. But who would be the surrogate? They aren't going to just hire some random off-screen replacement actors to carry Carter's baby. Oh no. It has to be someone already on the canvas to maximize the drama and the plot twists. Let's connect some dots here. Look at Dylan. Dylan just made the devastating decision to move out of Will's beach house. She stepped aside to let Elektra and Will figure out their messy love quadrangle. She is a former school teacher, she has a huge heart, and right now she is desperately looking for a new purpose. What if Daphne and Carter approached Dylan to be their surrogate? Amazing. Think about the psychological layers of that. Dylan is already bonded with Daphne. Offering to carry their child would give Dylan a massive storyline and instantly elevate her status, perfectly building up the successor characters for the next generation of the show. But what if they don't go the surrogacy route? What if they decide to adopt? In the world of Bold and the Beautiful, adoption storylines are never simple. They are always laced with hidden identities and explosive secrets. If Carter and Daphne decide to adopt a baby, you can bet your bottom dollar that the child will somehow be connected to one of the legacy families. Maybe a secret baby from someone's past. Maybe a child connected to the Massimo Marone bloodline, just to give R. J. Some unexpected family competition down the line. The suspense is literally killing me. An adoption storyline would allow Carter and Daphne to experience the joys of parenthood, but it would also open the door for biological parents returning from the dead. We know how these writers operate. They love to drag out a slow-paced plot until sweeps week, and then hit us with a revelation that changes the entire fabric of the show. And we cannot ignore how the Logan sisters are going to react to this tragedy. You cannot have a major life event happen without Brooke, Katie, and Donna getting involved. Right now, Katie is completely consumed with her ruthless business plan to lure Hope away from Forrester Creations. Donna is running around playing peacemaker, warning Katie that poaching Hope is going to ignite a nuclear family feud. They are all so caught up in their own egos. But Carter is practically family. When Katie finds out that Carter is suffering, will it finally snap her out of her ruthless corporate mindset? Will she realize that family is more important than stealing her sister's daughter for a fashion line? Probably not, because that is just who Katie is. But imagine Donna stepping up to support Daphne, or Brooke actually taking a break from seducing Ridge to show some compassion for the man who has kept her family's company afloat. It would be a refreshing change of pace. As we wrap up this deep dive into the heartbreaking future of Carter and Daphne, I want to turn it over to you. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think their marriage can survive this devastating infertility shock? Are you on board with my Dylan surrogacy theory? Or do you think they will go down the adoption route and end up with a baby that has a scandalous lineage? Drop your wildest plot twists and your predictions in the comments below. I read every single one of them, and I love seeing how brilliant this community is. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell, because the drama is only going to get hotter. Until next time, keep watching the drama unfold.
What do you guys think about today's drama? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for your daily dose of bold and beautiful news. See you in the next video.